James Thomas, Morning Blend. We finally got Tony back. Tony got to see Paw Patrol. I'm sure he took his kids to it. I'm almost perfectly sure he took his kids to it. So, Tony, tell us about Paw Patrol.
This was my middle child's first ever screening. So he's only 2. He turns 3 in December. He's a major Paw Patrol fan. I got some pups here. I got Rubble. I got Sky. I got Marshall, Chase, Zuma. Just a little introduction for you guys. So it was a lot of fun. Look, I see Paw Patrol many, many times a day. I watch a lot of episodes. I've seen the movie that came out a few years ago. This is the story about how they became the Mighty Pups. An asteroid crashes down on Earth in a certain way, and they become and get superpowers and become superheroes. So very nice storyline. It really is a fun adventure for kids. But this is very much a movie. There's a reason why it's in theaters. It is cinematic. It is slow building at times. It's not like an episode of TV where there's 22 minutes and it flows 100% and then boom onto something else. They're interconnected webs of plot lines that for the younger pup fans, it's going to be kind of hard to follow. For my 2-year-old, he did really enjoy it, but I'm sure there's some things he didn't pick up on. But younger, like I said, younger generation, maybe not the best for theaters, but if you got kids 3 and up that are Paw Patrol fans, I'm sure they'll have a blast. I think it'll really play well on Paramount Plus when that time comes around for it. And it has a very catchy soundtrack. Christina Aguilera, Olivia Rodrigo, grandson, a few artists to name. I did think it was strange though that you didn't hear the theme song. It's an interesting play. I was expecting the theater to go nuts when it played, but it never came. But it was a lot of fun, and I think kids are gonna love it.
Oh, it sounds cool. Now, you didn't get a chance to see Flora and Son, but I did. And speaking of music, that's exactly what this movie is all about. Flora and Son. I really enjoyed it. She's a single mom, Eve Hewson. This is all shot in Ireland, basically Dublin, Ireland. And it was really, really cool because there's a lot of America in Ireland. So here we are. She's talking about she's separated from her husband. She has an extremely rebellious teenage son played by Oren Kinlan. And the police are saying, one more time, my friend, and you're going to jail. So they start forming this kind of musical connection. She wants to learn how to, she buys a guitar for her son, but then he doesn't want to be bothered with it. So hey, she picks it up and starts playing. Then she goes on the internet to learn how to play. And that's when she meets up with LA musician Joseph Gordon Levitt. Wow, this is really cool. And they kind of hook up together on the internet. But what's really interesting is the play that they did with the internet between her character, Max, actually Joseph Gordon Levitt, and also her character, Flora. It was really cool. It was very interesting to see. You could feel a little emotion going on there, but it was kind of cool. But eventually her son winds up in jail and boom. But she makes sure she buys him. He tries to steal something. That's why he winds up in jail. But she actually buys what he was trying to steal. And while he's in 4 months, 4 weeks of jail, he's up here coming up with tunes. He and his mom are going back and forth. They come up with a great tune. There's a great ending on this. It is really a good movie. If you like music, if you're interested in Dublin and Ireland, this is definitely great. It's a very good, well done movie. You got to go see it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Oren Kinlan, and her son, Eve Hewson and her son, Oren Kinlan. I give this movie, I would give it 4 out of 5. It was really that great. What would you give Paw Patrol?
I'd go 3.5 out of 5. I think it's enough for the family to have fun with. The kids are, like I said, kind of love it. And just so everyone knows, this is really all the pups are there, minus Everest, which my son was disappointed about. But this is Liberty and Sky's film, and it's neat to see some none of the major characters get a chance to really show, what makes them who they are. So, but 3.5 out of 5 for me.
I was teasing last week when I did the creator, and I figured that you guys would do 4 out of 5. I don't know if you had a chance to see it yet.
I haven't yet.
Oh man, it is really a good movie. You got to go a chance to see it. Well, that's it for this week. Where is Janelle? She was at a baseball game. Even they're what, 18 and a half games back? Oof. Anyway,
I do
that's
want to wish Janelle a happy birthday. I know this is not going to air on her birthday, but
hey
today is her
Janelle.
actual birthday. Yeah, yeah.
Janelle, happy birthday, Janelle. We'll see you next week here on Morning Blend.